5 signs someone is always playing the victim. We live in a world of victimhood. Whether you feel victimized to a lack of money, whether you feel a victim of some traumatic experience from your childhood, or you are an actual victim of crime. And the thing is, yes, we have to deeply honor those emotions that occur as a result of victimhood, right? Because those emotions are very real and part of the human experience. And energetically, they need to be released in order for us to truly move forward and beyond. But a lot of us get stuck in staying that victim for years and decades, most of our lives. Now, being a victim is not fun at all in any area of our life. So why stay a victim? And better, why hang around a victim when you literally become like the top 5 people that you hang around with? How about you stop being the victim, and then either those that you hang around with will also stop being the victim, or you move onwards and upwards to a non-victim lifestyle and lifestyle choices. And this is literally coming from the biggest ex-victim on the planet. I promise you, this way of living is so much more joyful and fun and happier. And this is not to shame or blame anybody. This video is literally to show you how you can notice and observe when you or anybody is being in that victim space, that victim mentality. So you can immediately stop being one and start being the hero of your own life and story instead. That is where your magical growth and change is at. So let's jump straight into it. The 5 signs you or someone else is playing victim. Number 1, blaming something outside of yourself for anything occurring in your life or reality. When we get into that energy of blame, what we're really doing is allowing the situation, the person, the environment to control us, right? By allowing it to be the cause of our misery, instead of taking responsibility for not allowing that stuff to affect our joy, our happiness, our peace. And when we blame, we automatically fall into the identity of being a victim of that situation. So swap that around immediately. If you notice that you're doing that in any area of your life, where are you pointing blame right now? Make a conscious choice and decision to not give away your energy to that thing, because time, energy, most valuable resources that we have got given, right? And start getting creative in how you can move beyond the problem. How can you solve the problem or move beyond it and rise above it? Sign number 2, that you are possibly being a victim or somebody else is being a victim around you. Pity partying. Partying with the pitties. When we feel sorry for ourselves and give ourselves or someone else pity or sympathy, which is often a close friend of pity, then we automatically again tend to enter the victimhood, right? Because we enter the identity of someone who is a victim of their circumstances that we feel sorry for. But if you can in that moment pause for a second, where is this pity getting you? More into that victim situation, more anger, more sadness, more frustration, and more pain. So instead, ask yourself, how can I stop feeling sorry for myself in this moment? And how can I never allow this situation, this person, whatever it is that's causing you to feel sorry for yourself, how can I allow that to never hold me hostage again? Sign number 3, that you are being a victim or somebody else is being a victim. Anger and rage. We all feel anger and rage, and those are human emotions. But the key to a happy life is being aware and conscious of the emotions lying dormant in our bodies, and then questioning and observing them as they come up, as they're showing you on a deeper level, right? Why do you feel anger? Why? Where are you being a victim to the thoughts or the news or the media or the social scrolling, or somebody said something that has caused you to be upset, that has got you raging? And I know this is a super hard thing to do for all of us, right? I'm not like above it. I'm also privy to this, but it's that practice that starts the momentum, and you get better and better at it until eventually you're no longer a victim of pretty much a lot of stuff in your reality. You're just a much more chilled out, peaceful person. Number 4, the 4th sign that you are possibly being a victim or somebody else is attachment to something or someone outside of yourself. And this is the biggest part of the majority of us being victim to something. Because when you attach yourself to the identity of whoever it is that you're being right now, let's say mother, right? You're the identity of a mother. When you attach yourself too much to that identity of being a mother, you can automatically attach to the thoughts of being the best provider or feelings of guilt around what a good mum is. and the perception or judgment from other people telling you if you're a good mom or a bad mom or whatever it is. Cultural expectations, societal expectations, all of that suddenly come as baggage with one identity label of the mother. And it's the same for any label, any identity that we shift into. And so the key here is to detach from that identity being your permanent state and recognize that you are here to be multiple identities that help you carry out a role, just like a job. But it's not defining you unless you choose to attach yourself to that identity so strongly. I identify as a great mother to my child in guiding him to the best of my ability until he decides otherwise. And I have multiple other identities that I thrive within at the same time and change and shift into to allow myself to detach from the mother identity every single day, because that's not my life and end goal. Like, I'm here, yes, to be a mother, but I'm also here to be an entrepreneur, a businesswoman, a content creator, a partner, a girlfriend, a friend, a boss. Like, I have so many multiple identities I can just constantly switch between. And I don't get overly attached to any of those identities because I know they're constantly changing, shifting, evolving, and I can drop them at any time. This is the key of detachment. Sign number 5 that you are being a victim or somebody else's is gossip or sharing your pain and your victimhood to another. So while this one is a biggie, I just want to clarify this, what I mean by this, because we all do, and I recommend sharing our pain, right? That's how we connect. We have to share our pain. We have to share our sorrows with someone. That's literally what relationships are for. And I recommend telling and sharing and being highly communicative of your needs, of your feelings, of every single emotion that you're experiencing, because that is the key to a healthy relationship, right? But at the same time, because nothing should get suppressed ever, that creates stagnant energy. I also, at the same time, recommend sharing the painful grieving stories to a minimum and with an intention to release it from your body, to release that pain from your body, not to receive validation. This is the key, and this is the biggest thing that victims do, is sharing it so that people feel sorry for them. Going back to number 2 with the pity party, to feel pity for them. That intention keeps you in victimhood. When you're sharing to a friend, it's so that you can unburden yourself and release that energy of anger, grief, pain, trauma, whatever it is, and set the intention of, I'm sharing this to release it. And you can do this in the journal, you can do this writing out, it doesn't have to be with someone. But once you've done this process, I want you to then start to tell yourself, okay, how am I shifting out of the victimhood? I'm no longer a victim to my situation. I am taking my power back, and start asking the right questions, and the right intention is key. Because if you don't do this and you're just sharing in order to allow the pity to come in, not only will you spiral down more into victimhood, but the people who you are also sharing with will also rise in their anger against what happened to you. They will also be in that pain, that trauma, and they will also have to now process what has been shared. And so if you can immediately take that back as, no, you're not a victim to the situation, you're just sharing in loving light of what's happened and your story, and you've released it, you are able to step into your power so much stronger. And you also allow people around you to do the same, right? Another thing as well on this last point is, if you constantly just reaffirm that you're the victim to the people around you, just with that pityness of feel sorry for me, or, what do I do? Helplessness, then that is literally going to be reaffirmed in your reality that you are still the victim in every area of your life, because you're still being the identity of that victim. So surround yourself with souls who will listen to you, to your pain, and they will hold space for you emotionally while you need to release, but people who will also hold yourself accountable for moving beyond that victimhood, beyond that mentality, for moving yourself out of that so you can enjoy happiness, you can enjoy life again. And start recognizing that you have the responsibility, you have that hero within who is dying to save yourself. You do not need someone else to come and save you. And this is coming from somebody, if you don't know my story already, check out my podcast, the You Are Magic podcast, who's been through sexual trauma, family trauma, childhood trauma, all sorts of trauma you can talk about, right? Money, I've been a victim to money, or you name it. So this is not coming from a place of judgment, it's coming from a place of experienced wisdom and how I've moved beyond that victimhood. And when you step into the identity of the hero, when you come to save your own life, the hero tends to focus on the good, not the ugly, because they know that they're the creator of their own reality. You are the creator of your reality. And in that present moment, if you choose to stay victim to what happened, that's not on anyone else but you. Like I said, I've been there, guys. It was on me to do my own healing. It was on me to step out of that victim identity. And if I can move beyond 10 years, 15 years of being in that victimhood, literally is a hood, and I'm in this space now where nothing holds me hostage, then so can you. So I hope you like this video, guys. Comment below if you've got any questions, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.